In its quest to provide an open forum for discussion of controversial issues, this station allows hosts and their guests to express themselves without any significant censorship. You're advised that any views expressed by the hosts or their guests are not necessarily the views of Tug Entertainment or its partners.
It's time for Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues today, with Sandra Beck and Christy Holly. Ladies, Motherhood Talk Radio is here to give you a powerful platform by giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. Motherhood Talk Radio has interviews with best-selling authors, gurus of happiness, and women of interest who every single day make our world a better place for our families. Motherhood Talk Radio, powered by Motherhood Incorporated, is on the air now. Moms, this really is your show. Motherhood Talk Radio. And now, here are your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Hey, mamas, this is Sandra Beck, and I'm here with Christy Holly, and we have another crazy diet going on.
Yes, we do. Thank you very much for putting me on one.
I'm the new chemist in the Military Mom Motherhood Talk Radio arena.
Thank you for that, because I wouldn't even know. I don't even know what's in what you gave me, but I totally trust you.
Well, you know, I totally trust manufacturers. Actually, I don't, which is what started this whole thing. I started looking at some of the product ingredients in some of the stuff that, you know, of course, Rick introduced us to, and, you know, his sweat fest. But, you know, I was looking, there's all these fillers and colors and dyes and, you know, stuff. I didn't even know what it was, and then I started looking it up on the Internet. Thank you, Rona, for teaching us how to look up these chemicals to see what they are and their binding agents. And I don't know, there was just a whole bunch of stuff in there that I didn't think was good for you or for me. And, you know, because we're trying to get healthier, and that means, you know, reducing the load of crap we put in our system on a daily basis.
Yes.
So I went back to, like, basics, and I looked up, you know, I went and looked at the ingredient labels on, like, protein powder and soy powder, and found, you know, what I thought was the least chemical added stuff, and had the least amount of extra stuff in it. Kind of what Rona said, like getting back to nature. However, powdered protein is not all that natural. You know, but it was at least a start, and so I just mixed that. And then I thought, well, I read all this stuff about antioxidants and cocoa powder, so I went and got some cocoa powder, threw that in there, and then some flaxseed and things that I know are generally healthy for us, and mixed up my witch's brew concoction.
Yes, you did.
For us to eat, at least for the powdered drink mix for lunch. It does taste like chalk.
Yeah, well, you know what? When you're really hungry, it tastes pretty darn good.
That's true. And our breakfast cereal is crunchy.
I have to say, I really like that.
Really?
Yes.
What do you like most about it?
I like the different textures because it is crunchy and chewy. And then I didn't add any sugar at all.
Good.
I know. That's the purpose. But, like, the fruits that you put in there, like,
I put dried apricots, dried cranberries, dried golden raisins, and dried brown raisins.
Like the sweetness of that with all the other nutty things. I don't even know what's in it.
Oh,
and I was totally talking to my dad this morning about it because I went over to my grandma's, and I was making that, and he says, "What is that?" I'm like, well, Sandra put me on a diet, and I said, I don't know what's in it, but I know there's flaxseed and quinoa and sunflower seeds, and I'm like, and there's dried fruit. I was like trying to look at it. I'm like,
yep, chopped almonds are in there, sesame seeds are in there. I mean, very small amounts.
Yeah, but I think like I was telling him, I think he would like it because he mixes his cereals and stuff and tries to get, he does the flaxseed thing. So I don't know. I just really like that. I mean, that I would continue even if I wasn't, like, keeping up on the powdered thing.
I don't know.
It is good.
It is good. I mean, I admit, it's taken me probably a year to perfect the right amount of items that are in there. I mean, sometimes I do throw coconut in there. Sometimes I throw different things in there. But oatmeal is in there, and wheat berries are in there, and I mean, there's a lot of things in there, and you go to the Whole Foods store or the
not regular oatmeal,
not regular bleach processed, rolled and sliced up oatmeal.
Yeah.
It's natural. Like it's just a whole bunch of natural stuff. And what's amazing was when you start eating these things in their natural state, you're like, wow. When I opened that package of Quaker oats, that's pre-mixed, it's all chopped up and ground up, and then you can see all the sugar in there. You can see the salt and things like that. And so we're really making an effort to try this. And this is a cereal that I've made and eaten, and the Swedes were the ones that did it. It's a version of muesli. And so, you can Google muesli online. You can really basically go to any of your health food or bulk food section and start scooping stuff out in its natural state. Put it in milk, put it in water, eat it hot, eat it cold, put it with apple juice. I mean, you can do a lot of things with this, and it's pretty good for you.
Yeah, it feels like it would be good for me. Yes.
As you crunch down and break a tooth.
Yes.
Like breakfast cereal.
Yes. And then the dinner, she baked me some chicken.
I did.
Especially baked little pieces of chicken.
Yes, they're not
Costco size. They are little pieces, and some very special rice.
Yep, it's got rice, and it's a mix of grains, and they're whole grains that you can pick up at any Whole Foods kind of store, and you just mix them all together, add a little bit of chicken stock, and I think there's carrots and onions. I think I put carrots, onions, and celery in there. It's almost like a dressing, if you will.
It was so good. By that time, I was like, oh, my God, this is the best dinner I ever had.
See if I make some crunchy, weird breakfast for you, give you a powdered thing for lunch. By the time, I'm dinner, I'm the Pope of cooking.
And I had 2 apples yesterday. I know. Yes,
good.
I did.
Yeah, apples are good. Apples and peaches, and you could throw in some vegetables. You could.
I did eat vegetables. I did. I was eating raw broccoli and raw carrots and raw cauliflower.
Wow.
I know.
But I think, if you do this for a couple of days, like one thing I noticed, this is what I eat a lot of times if I have an event to go to on a Friday night or a date, and I need to be not bloated and
I'm waiting for that whole thing to happen.
It does, because you've reduced your sodium level a lot. Processed foods contain a lot of sodium. You've reduced that, and then you've filled your body with things that actually help it do what it needs to do.
Oh, and I didn't drink any Coke, soda, or, so...
All right. Well, that's good.
Water.
I did drink a large Diet Coke, and as a matter of fact, I had French fries for breakfast.
Oh.
Yeah, I was really stressed out, and I've got a lot going on my plate, so I was delivering things, driving. I had to go to the bank. I had to go all these places and then get home by 10 o'clock for my coaching calls that brought me up to almost airtime, and I was like, you know what? I need French fries, and I need them stat.
Stat? Well, sometimes...
Well, the one thing I do notice is I don't do that a lot, but it's like when I am really stressed out, I really crave something, I will end up eating so much other stuff.
Yeah.
When if I had to me, I just needed those. And it was small. I didn't get a large, that salty fix, carbohydrate fix.
Right.
I had that at 10:30 or 11 o'clock this morning. I don't have that craving anymore. I'm not craving sweets. I'm not craving chips. I'm not craving all this other stuff. So I was able to go back and eat. So it's like that controlled portion of what I was really craving.
Yeah, well, that's what they say. It's good to eat that. Otherwise, like you said, you'll eat yourself silly until
with other things
ultimately,
that I don't really want.
And then it comes back around, so you get the fries and everything else.
Yeah,
I'm
eating cookies, or I'm eating other things to try to, kind of satisfy that craving. Mm-hmm. When I just was able to satisfy that craving immediately, and and not derail off what I'm doing. Of course, it's only day 2.
It's okay, it's a start.
No, but I've been trying to eat cleaner. You've seen my kitchen.
Yeah.
Trying to eat cleaner for me and eat cleaner for the kids. And I'll tell you, my grocery bill has gone way down.
That's what I love. That's what I need to do. That's my goal also.
Between, with the eggs for breakfast and the oatmeal for breakfast and the breakfast cereal that I mixed myself, I mean, when I look at how much I was spending on processed foods, even Eggos and, waffles and frozen stuff and breakfast sandwiches and things like that, and they're good. I mean, don't get me wrong. And even the lunches, now that I've switched our lunches around, I mean, we're talking $40 a week now for the 3 of us.
That's amazing.
That's raw food.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, just cutting out soda, cutting out the juice stuff, cutting out a lot of the processed foods has brought my grocery bill way down. And I think it's like so funny, Christy, because I go back to my mom's cooking. Like, my mom used to make oatmeal for us every morning, and she had a crowd to feed, and we didn't have any money, and she had, she would always make us eggs and toast, or we could have French toast, and we could have, then I realized, my gosh, every morning we either have an egg, a piece of toast, or some sort of oatmeal or grits or, some sort of product like that. That was really inexpensive. And when you give your kid an apple for lunch and they get, we used to get apples, we would get carrots cut up or celeries cut up and, a sandwich with some sort of meat in it with lettuce and tomato. I mean, it was really healthy, but it was also very inexpensive.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to come home for lunch every day because I lived across the street from my school.
Yeah. So you didn't have to sit in the lunchroom and do the whole where do you sit, who do you eat with?
No, never. Never.
That's almost homeschooling like Rick.
Home feeding. Home feeding. Yeah, we'd go home for lunch, eat lunch, and then play Atari.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
I know. That's the life.
That is the life. Well, you know what motivated me in this? It was, the show today, we're going to talk about volunteerism and the volunteer spirit in some different organizations that are doing really great work. And Christy and I are going to share with you some of our volunteer experiences, how it made us feel, and the different types of things we do, and the mistakes we make when we think about what is really volunteering. And that goes along with our philanthropic guest that's coming on. Her name is Laura Garber, and she's our guest today. And she is part of Cinderella 11 p.m., which is an organization that grants wishes. And, I was thinking about you last week, Christy, and this is what spawned this whole thing. I have a gift for you. We work so hard for so many different organizations. We do so much for so many people, and there's really very few people that do stuff for you or me because we're always on the giving end. And so when I was thinking about, what could I give you that would be meaningful to you, I thought I can give you the gift of health through the cooking that, I went to cooking school. I love to do these things. And, that was my gift to you, which is my philanthropy towards you.
Thank you very much.
But my name is Sandra Beck. I'm the host of Motherhood Talk Radio, along with Christy Holly. I am. And when we come back from break, we're going to welcome Laura Garber and Cinderella 11 p.m. Check it out. It's Cinderella11pm.com. There's a great giveaway we're going to talk about, and we'll be back after the break.
Mom, here's your show, Motherhood Talk Radio, giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. This is Motherhood Talk Radio, and we'll be right back after these. Hey moms, get ready for Living the Dream Mom with Nina Fry. Thursday mornings at 10, 9 a.m. Central on TogiNet.com. Living the Dream Mom is about the true realities of motherhood, the beauty and the rewards of watching your children grow.
All these moms have something in common. They put their kids first. It's not about the kids all the time and the diapers and the bottles and the breastfeeding. It's about showcasing the mother in motherhood, real moms in the real world. You get it? Now that's what the show's about. So every week, let's get together and we'll share these great stories with you guys. And I hope by the end of the show, you'll be saying, you know what? That is my life. Nina gets it. And I can't hardly wait to see what she brings me next week.
Don't miss the next Living the Dream Mom. It's real moms in the real world. Thursday mornings at 10, 9 a.m. Central. Living the Dream Mom with Nina Fry. On TogiNet.com, Multi-Ethnic Church with Mark DeMoss, Thursday afternoons at 1, noon Central, is a show that passionately addresses the question, if the kingdom of heaven is not segregated, then why on earth is your local church?
They call us diversity, but colorful good. It's like a freak show in your neighborhood.
Yes, increasingly, our diverse population and the diverse families it's producing is reshaping the face of the local church as people are beginning to recognize the power and beauty of walking, working, and worshiping God together with others of different backgrounds. How can your church overcome the obstacles, and why should you even try? Join a live chat with guests from around the country and the world to learn the effectiveness of churches in the 21st century beyond race and class distinction. This show has its pulse on what it will take for the church to find real reconciliation in our generation. So tune in for the Multi-Ethnic Church with Mark DeMoss, Thursday afternoons at 1, noon Central, here on TogiNet.com. Welcome back to Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues. For more information, check out the website, motherhoodtalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the show with your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Hey, mamas, this is Sandra Beck, and I'm here with Christy Holly, and Doris Rivas-Brecky this week has the day off, so we do not have her Motherhood Minute, and then I don't get to tease her.
I know.
I love making fun of the Motherhood Minute.
Oh, well, she'll be back next week, right?
Yeah, well, we're going to make up for it today because we're going to talk about charitable giving, we're going to talk about charities, we're going to talk about volunteering, all these good things that people do, so that will make up for me picking on Doris every week. I think she likes it.
I think she does, too.
Yeah, because she goes, oh, Sandra, you did this again. But yeah, no, she doesn't get mad
She
at me.
hasn't quit yet, so
That's true.
or she's a glutton for punishment. I don't know.
I don't know, but speaking of glutton for punishment, a lot of volunteers are gluttons for punishment. I know I am. I will take it right between the eyes for a charitable organization.
Well, good. That's the spirit. That's the spirit.
So we have a great guest today, Christy. We have Laura Garber, and she's the owner and operator of this really wonderful website called Cinderella 11 p.m. And I'm going to bring Laura on and have her talk a little bit about Cinderella 11 p.m., kind of how it got started, how it got its name, and what it does. Laura, are you there? Why does this happen to me every week? I ask for guests. They don't appear.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I'm here.
I said I'm here. I did hear some static.
Dead air.
No, I said I'm here, and then there was static, and I thought, oh, no.
Oh, no, you're not.
I'm not even on a cell phone.
Right, then you realize you were in a television set, and now you're in the movie The Shining, or whatever that movie is, or Poltergeist.
Oh, no. I was just eating my French fries. Just kidding.
Yeah, I wish I was, but today, no, not so much.
You already did.
I did. So Laura, Cinderella, 11 p.m. We've got a promotion going on with you guys for our sister show, which is Military Mom Talk Radio for military moms, and that airs on Mondays at 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on TogiNet, which is how we met. And then I wanted to bring you on to Motherhood Talk Radio to talk about Cinderella 11 p.m., a little bit about the military mom promotion, because we do get some military moms that listen to this show. But mostly I want to talk about Cinderella 11 p.m. and how it got its name and you know, what it does.
Okay, great. Cinderella11pm.com is a blog. I like to say we're a blog that looks like a website, but it's designed primarily for women to bring a little bit of magic in their day-to-day life. Women work really hard, and what I really wanted was Cinderella11pm.com to be a place where women can go and they get to be themselves, connect with other women about all kinds of other things, things that make them smile, laugh, and even sometimes bring a little tear to their eye. And this is I started blogging years ago, but a couple of years ago when I ran into some of my own personal challenges, I found that I got such a tremendous support from other women all around the country sharing about their experiences, and I just found it so helpful. So once I'd gotten through that and not just survived but really thrived, Cinderella11pm.com was born.
Wow. So what do you do with this? What is your purpose? What is your, what do you get from it?
Well, you know what? It's like I've wanted to capture all kinds of things that I really loved. And you can tell by the name, Cinderella 11 p.m. There's two parts. One, Cinderella, and that was to kind of acknowledge every woman's inner princess. And it doesn't mean you have to love pink and tiaras. Your princess could look a very different way, but it's that taking a moment to just honor yourself and give a little bit to yourself. And so I have 4 different sections, which I like to kind of call kingdoms. I have a section on luxury travel, because, of course, a princess should always go in luxury travel. So there's some fantasy and some fun there. A section on body, brain, heart, and soul, where it's really about a place to share about all kinds of things. And then I have a politically incorrect section, which is just a little bit of humor. It's not any particular political bent. It's just good political humor. And then I have a miscellaneous section, because I like to cover everything, all kinds of things that I love, and that a lot of the other women I connected with blogs love. Everything from books to movies to diet and exercise. I've got things. I've got my own diet going on right now, and
now I'm going to stop you right there, because you know where I'm going with this.
I know where you're going with this.
There's a picture up on your site. Well, now your head's cut off, you know.
It's my
for
body.
deniability reasons.
No, it's kind of all our bodies. When you get to be a certain age, and you know, maybe you've had a couple kids. Anybody listening today, wow, you got to go see this, because this takes stones. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I know. I listen to Toby Keith a lot, and he has a great song about that. But I got to tell you, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could put this picture up.
What is it? I haven't seen it.
Is it under? Where is it? It's under Body, Brain, Heart, and Soul.
Yes, and if you go to the homepage, and then you'll take a look. Well, actually, let's see. Yeah, look under Body, Brain, Heart, and Soul, because it's not on the homepage anymore. And
so if we go to Body, Brain, Heart, and Soul.
Yeah.
What a cute website. We're looking at it right this instant.
Isn't it? It's a lot. There's a lot of cool things on here. And there's a lot of feel-good stuff. Oh, there's Military Mom. Thank you.
There's Military Mom. Wait a minute. I don't know where. I don't know. That should be where it is, but I'm not.
Yeah. I don't see it, but there is a picture of you
yes.
with your, I'm just going to say it, fat hanging out.
It was the blubber has got to go.
Yeah, the blubber's got to go. That's
the blubber's got to go. You know, it was. I've gone through the last number of years, and I put on weight now. I enjoy food, and you can tell that from the travel section. And I love to eat marvelous food at wonderful restaurants and eat well at home. And it just, you know, I got to a certain age where it just stuck with me more. So and now it's time. It's time to get it off. So I'm working on dropping it as well, and I'm chronicling my own success and not as successful in some days. So my latest piece on that is the Tale of Two Carbs, which talks about how I didn't quite, while I was traveling, do as well as I thought I was going to.
Well, and you know, I got to give you credit to put this stuff up on there. I know when Christy and I first and Rick were doing the Fit to Strip challenge last year, it was really, really hard. I mean, when we did the fat show, remember one of the first ones, and Chris, we had to talk about truly what we were eating, and Rona came and weighed us. She measured us.
Yes, she did.
She yelled at us.
Yes, she did.
I mean, we did that you know, check there, but it was hard. It was very hard. And when I look at Cinderella 11 p.m., I think how cool it is that you grant all these wishes, and then you're willing, you know, to put yourself up there and go, you know what, I'm flawed too. I have issues. I've got things I got to figure out. That's pretty cool. I don't know a lot of people that would do that.
Well, one of the things that's really, really important to me on the blog is for it to be authentic, and to have it really be a place where other women can come and share, and there's a level of honesty. And that's probably one of the kind of fun things about the Internet is sometimes we feel more comfortable being, you know, completely out there on the Internet than we do with people that we see day to day. But I thought there was no way that women could completely understand my journey and also journeys that other women are going on when it comes to our relationship with our weight, if I couldn't be completely honest about it. And so the photo, they say, you know, picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, that one sure was, wasn't it?
It was. It was. It has.
I can't find it. Somewhere it's, to be honest with you, it's on here somewhere, but I don't know where it got kicked to. I've added so many things, I'm not sure exactly where it got kicked to.
But, you know, the thing was, though, like when I was getting dressed the other day, you know, I have this, I call it the walk of shame. I have to walk from my master bedroom to my master bath, and it's a hallway with double closets on each side. It's probably, what would you say, Christy, maybe a 12 or a 13-foot hallway?
Yes, it's very long.
It's very long, and it's double mirrored doors on either side. And so when you stand there, not only do you see 1,000 of your own reflections going back in time, but you can't do anything but wear horse blinders. Look straight ahead. Walk straight ahead, because you look to the right, you look to the left, you glance up, you glance down. There you are, 360, full frontal nudity.
Smile!
Yes. I have a kimono I wear just to go from one end of the hallway to the other.
Yeah, it's bad.
But the lighting is bad, too.
This is one of my topics that I just feel so strongly about, is that if you look back at photos over women 20 or 30 years ago or whatever, they were, one, allowed to get a little older. I like that, because we all do, right? And we're certainly carrying a lot more weight. Now, I don't mean not being healthy, which, you know, you can tell I got to work on. Like, that's a motivation for me. But it's like, I want us to be able to celebrate ourselves the way we are and feel wonderful the way we are. You know,
yeah, I want that too, but it's not going to happen if I can't button my pants.
Yeah, I look at my own pictures and go like, dang, I was skinny.
Well, and the funny thing was, when I look back at those pictures, at the time those pictures were taken, I thought I was too heavy.
Me too.
You know, so it obviously didn't stop us. But yeah, no, it's you know, I think we're approaching body dysmorphic disorder. But you know, watching that Cinderella 11 p.m. picture put up, I looked in the mirror and thought, you know what? I've looked like that, you know, and I don't look like that presently, but I did, and I probably will again at the, you know, the yo-yo I'm going. But I was really thrilled that somebody would put that up there, because it wasn't airbrushed, it wasn't photoshopped, it wasn't you know, just really important for this stuff to be put out there for women. My name is Sandra Beck. I'm the host of Motherhood Talk Radio, along with Christy Holly. Our guest today is Laura Garber from Cinderella, 11pm.com. Check it out. There's some giveaways. There's giveaways all the time. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about volunteering, and we're going to talk about the current giveaway for Military Mom Talk Radio, which airs Mondays at 2 p.m.
Mom, here's your show, Motherhood Talk Radio, giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. This is Motherhood Talk Radio, and we'll be right back after these. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to be a rock star. Get ready to rock with Rock Talk and Craig Deswald, and learn how to achieve rock star status in your industry. Every Tuesday afternoon at 2, 1 Central on TogiNet.com. Craig Deswald is the creator of the Rockstar System for Success. Craig will share easy tips and strategies on how entrepreneurs and businesses can use outside-the-box marketing strategies to stand out from their competition. Each high-energy show will feature interviews with celebrity rock stars as well as business rock stars. For more on Craig, the show, and the Rockstar Marketing Boot Camps, check out the website, CraigDeswald.com, so you can learn how to be perceived as an expert and celebrity in your field, so more people come to you to buy your services and products. Then, get ready to be a rock star with Rock Talk and Craig Deswald. Tuesday afternoons at 2, 1 Central on TogiNet.com. Have you ever wondered why America is facing such a healthcare crisis? Then join us for Dr. Peter DeVette Live every weekday at 1 p.m. Central on TogiNet.com.
Doctor, give me the news.
He'll answer your health care and medical questions and share with you his knowledge and opinions on topics ranging from holistic health care to spirituality and wellness. You'll find out about the roots of your health care challenges versus symptom management, the holistic approach, how the spirit, mind, and body connection is critical in both the development of illness and the solution to illness, how emotions are directly related to physical illness, and how to read your body like a book. Dr. DeVette will also go through your personal questions and how you can navigate through the illness maze. Supplements, medications, therapies, treatment options, surgeries, all kinds of things related to your health. Dr. Peter DeVette live every weekday at 1 p.m. Central on TogiNet.com. Welcome back to Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues. For more information, check out the website, motherhoodtalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the show with your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Hey, mamas, this is Sandra Beck, and I'm here with Christy Holly, and I have my bowl of muesli. I'm so excited.
And there will be no crunching on air, my friend.
You know, I got to tell you, you got to let that go.
I can't.
You really got to let it go.
I can't. It makes me want to kill people.
So, Laura, we're going to tell you a little bit about, I know this is your airtime, and we're supposed to be talking about the promotions on Cinderella 11 p.m., but Christy and I are going to share with you a little story. We were in Beverly Hills at a seminar of a very good friend of mine, and Christy, you can take it from here, because I'm going to crunch on the air.
Oh, my God, you cannot. No, this will be short and sweet. We were in this little private setting with probably 10 other women, totally silent while one person is speaking, and Miss Sandra has a whole roll of certs, and she is crunching them all loud. And I wanted to kill her because, A, the crunching, it's, you know, whether it's ice or chips or cert, makes me crazy. And she just, like, chomping away without even realizing it. So, anyways, it's one of those things.
I was chomping in your ear, too, once I realized it annoyed you.
Yes. I couldn't really, like, beat you down right there. But I took them away.
You did take them away.
I did.
But then you started paying attention. I took them back.
Like, suck on these. And that's what I tell the kids. I'm like, suck on this. Chew it, you're done. So, anyways.
Wow. There's a word waiting for you right there. Suck on it, kids, or you're done.
Fair warning.
Oh.
Fair warning. Fair enough. So I have no idea how to segue that story.
I don't know, actually.
I know, I'm all angry.
Thank God Cinderella didn't chew on her glass shoe.
Her mouth would be all cut up. That would be what she got.
It would be the horror version of Cinderella 11 p.m.
Yes.
So let's talk about, you've done some great giveaways on this site.
Yeah, they have been so much fun. And of course, the one we're doing right now with to really honor military moms is over this next week. You just come onto the site, and so, you know, I love it. We've had so many great comments, and I just hope there's lots and lots more. And you have to answer one question. For this week, for the military moms, it's, you know, name 5 things that they're grateful for. And by answering the question, you automatically get registered for the giveaway, and we're going to be giving away 10 $100 Amazon.com gift cards. And so all of our giveaways run for about a week to 10 days, and then you hear about them shortly thereafter. So we want to make sure that they're actually something that people are going to use, and it occurs like a little bit of magic in somebody's life, and then it's right there. You know, we don't want any waiting a lot of time or anything for it, so that I even forgot I entered this. No, we want it to be like you put it out there, and there's a little bit of magic. And so we've done...
Well, and the real magic, I'm going to interrupt you really quick, the real magic of this, Christy, is that you're not selling anything. You're not trying to get a list together. You're not trying to, sell us on your new product or service, getting us to buy things. You know how, a lot of times you have to enter to win or, you have to obviously, participate in this. But this is purely philanthropic giving. There's no corporate ulterior motives behind there. No. That's the best thing about it.
No, there's. I really, really wanted to just take the opportunity to give back, and I like to give it directly to people in a way that's really unexpected. So you do have to raise your hand by coming to the blog and writing something, commenting, and answering the question. But that's it. That takes just a moment. And hopefully, though, you'll enjoy the blog and look around and get something else out of it. It's just we've done everything from a spa. A $300 gift card to a spa. That was our last one before this. And it's really the spa of your choice. So our winner got to pick her spa that she wanted to go to that was near her, and we took care of that for her. We've gone so far, and we've got a few more of those coming up, of having a weekend at a wonderful luxury boutique hotel. Our last one was towards the end of August at the Governor's House Inn, and that was a value up to $1,300. And we take care of all the taxes, and breakfast is included. So it truly is a giveaway. You don't have to, you just get to use it. You don't need to add anything else to it. And then for families, there's, we've had giveaways to the Cheesecake Factory, a $300 gift card, P.F. Chang's, so that you can go out and have just a fun family dinner. Ruth Chris Steakhouse, and we're looking for places that most people can reach. That there's so we've looked at chains that are all over, and it's because we want to make it really easy, and I want whoever wins it to be able to enjoy it. So. We've actually even gave away a $500 gift card to Disneyland or Walt Disney Resort.
Oh, I have chills. I love it. That's my place.
So we've got a lot more giveaways planned, and so you just keep checking in, and you'll see when they come up. And we just do it every now and then. Every now and then, and you'll see what's up, and then boom, a week later, the winners are selected.
So this one for the military moms, is it just for them to write in, or can someone write in for a military mom? Like to kind of, I don't know. We're saying military moms, but any family member has someone in the military or someone who's doing it for a military mom, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh,
it's
good.
Open to them.
Good.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I do. I just think it's really fun because it's very rare that you find an organization that just does good. I mean, that's not true. We have a lot of organizations that do good. That sounded wrong.
Back it up.
Usually when it's a giveaway, there's some catch, where you got to buy something, you got to,
do something.
Yeah, and here you got to answer a question, which is, what's the question this month?
This is just name 5 things that you're grateful for. Just 5 things that you're grateful for.
What are you grateful for?
Okay, well, I am grateful for my family and their health. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for my husband's job.
Mm-hmm. In this market, that's a huge one.
Grateful that, for what he can do for his job. My husband's a firefighter, so I'm grateful that he can go out and do wonderful things and be everyone's hero, including mine. And I am grateful for, obviously my friends and their health. So is that 5?
That's at least 5.
Yeah.
That's 5. You would qualify.
All the things.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's like when you think about gratefulness, what comes to mind to me is Operation Gratitude. Like when I think of grateful, like I was so grateful last year, Christy, for when you went with me as part of Military Mom. You and your sister Laura went with me to went on behalf of Military Mom Talk Radio to Operation Gratitude, and I want to take a few minutes in this segment to talk to you, Christy, and then Laura, I hope you'll chime in on what happens when you go to participate in a charity event. First, we're going to talk about as the giver, and then the other thing we're going to talk about is the recipient, because being the recipient of a gift has been harder for me than going to volunteer. Now, we went last year to Operation Gratitude, which currently has sent out over 700,000 packages. And they do these assemblies, and the assemblies this year are on October 15th, November 6th, November 25th and 26th, and then again on Saturday, December 17th, we're going to assemble our 750,000th care package that'll be sent to our soldiers. Now, Christy, when I asked you to come with me to Operation Gratitude in the beginning, what did you think?
I really didn't know exactly what to think, but I thought it was I thought it would be something like a small operation with a few people there, putting gifts in a box. I don't know. I thought of it as something very small. And
were you nervous at all?
You know what? I was, because I'm always nervous when I don't know what's going to happen or who's going to be there, and just the unknown.
Mm-hmm. But when you first time you go to volunteer somewhere, it's like a weird feeling. You're like, oh, I don't know what to do.
I don't
really
know any
what
of these people. I mean, I don't know what I would have felt like way worse if I would have gone by myself.
Yeah.
But once we got there, I was amazed, and scared, because it was crazy in there.
A lot of people, a lot of boxes.
Hundreds of people moving very fast.
Thousands of boxes. It was like a human,
get out of the way.
Human machine.
I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, and in the beginning, when you first go and volunteer for an organization, you end up with these people yelling at you, get over here, move over here, do this, blah, blah, blah,
And I just got here.
And I'm like, I'm a volunteer. I deserve a modicum of respect.
Please.
But it's hard. It's it's confusing. People are, sometimes shouting at you. You don't know what you're doing. You get these maniacal, team leaders that are, yelling at everybody because it's their, one afternoon a year they get to be in charge. And they just abuse that power. But,
Just
saying. It happens a lot. I do a lot of volunteer work. So, the first time you go somewhere, don't expect it to be all warm and fuzzy until you leave. And then when you leave, Christy, what happened after you left?
I felt like I was on top of the world. It was an amazing feeling. And I just really felt, I don't know, that feeling that you get, at Christmas time or at Thanksgiving when everything is just right is how I felt. I don't know what that feeling is, but it felt so good inside. And that doesn't happen all the time, on your day-to-day, things that you do on a daily basis, even though you are, giving all the time. But that day, it felt just so good knowing what we did, who those packages were going to go to, and just, imagining, who was, a smile. We could bring a smile to somebody, that's really fighting hard for us.
That's so important that we acknowledge, not only the giver, but the recipients of what we do. When you volunteer, you do get that really like a volunteer high. You get that, I feel so good about this. And, when you get to do something good for somebody else that you'll probably never meet.
Yeah.
My name's Sandra Beck. I'm the host of Motherhood Talk Radio along with Christy Holly. Our guest today is Laura Garber. Check her out at Cinderella, 11pm.com. And make sure you guys give to Operation Gratitude, because they're doing their collection this time of year, OperationGratitude.com.
Mom, here's your show, Motherhood Talk Radio, giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. This is Motherhood Talk Radio, and we'll be right back after these. Have you been laid off, fired, downsized, right-sized, or re-engineered out of a job? Are you unemployed or anticipate that possibility? Then tune in for Successfully Unemployed, hosted by Alan Sherwood, MBA, president of Sherwood Consulting Service. Successfully Unemployed will provide you a hope-filled and comprehensive approach to the job search process from an author who's experienced it all. Alan and his guests will cover all dimensions of a job search: physical tasks, mental attitude, emotional health, even one's spiritual perspective. All must be integrated in order for a person to be successfully unemployed so they can then be successfully employed. This show is designed to help you move forward from job loss to finding or creating more fulfilling work. For more on Alan Sherwood, MBA, and the show, check out his website, successfullyunemployed.com. Then join us for Successfully Unemployed with Alan Sherwood, MBA. Thursday nights at 8, 7 Central here on TogiNet.com. Get ready to live La Bella Vita. with Dawn Catherine on TogiNet.com. Live La Bella Vita. If you're wanting to know all the beauty tricks of the trade and the latest fashion trends before everyone else, this is your show. If you admire celebrities' beauty and their fashion sense, this is your show. Do you love wine and want to know more about the process it takes to make wine from the vine to the bottle? This is your show. Live La Bella Vita. For more on the show and your host, check out our website, labellavitacosmetico.com. This is the kind of show you can sink your teeth into. If you enjoy traveling and food and family, all with an Italian flair, then you can live La Bella Vita with your host, Dawn Catherine. Wednesday nights at midnight, 11 p.m. Central, on TogiNet.com. Welcome back to Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues. For more information, check out the website, motherhoodtalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the show with your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Hey, mamas, this is Sandra Beck, and I'm here with Christy Holly, and our guest today is Laura Garber from Cinderella 11 p.m. It's a website, Cinderella11pm.com, and it's a site that does giveaways, and not product-driven giveaways where we're trying to promote a product or service, just really granting wishes, a truly wonderful organization, which is why we're featuring it on the show today. Christy, when you and I were doing the prep for today's show, you raised a good point on one of my snarky comments.
Well, thank you very much. That's what I'm here for.
There you go. We were talking about, like, volunteering and what you do, and I was mentioning some of the charities that I volunteer for, and then I mentioned one of them, and I said, well, I don't really do that much for them. And then you said, well, no, that's not true. You do. Let's talk about that.
Well, I was saying, you do a lot, whether you are physically there or, in your home, because we talk about it on the radio. We're getting it out to, the listeners that are listening. And, it's the power of word of mouth, those people that you've told. Plus, even if you've told one person, you've done one thing, you've made one phone call, you're helping. That's what I think, and just because we're not there all the time doesn't mean we're not helping the organization.
That's true, and I forgot about that because I always think of, well, if I'm not there, I'm not physically doing things. If I'm not physically writing a check, and I forget about all the times I get on Facebook and I post about a great organization, or I Twitter something, or I put blogs up all the time for different, different organizations. Even with my Army job, we put these Go Army Home salutes up, and we saluted like 25 really great charities.
Yes,
and it's funny because I didn't think of that as doing my part.
Well, I mean, it is. You're getting it out. You're getting the message out. And if one person who knows, it's the power, it's the power of multiplication. Who knows how many people you're really reaching?
That's true. And bringing you, the one thing for Operation Gratitude, how many people did you turn around and tell?
I told so many people because I love that organization. And I've been trying to find soldiers to sign them up, telling people about it. And, who knows how many people have signed up because I talked to one or two people or however many people, because I told my whole family wants to go, and they've told people, and it's just, I think that we're doing something whether we're there or not, and whether I can afford to give a product or not, which I can't, I can talk about it.
Well, and I think that's, one of the things about social media now. And Laura, I want to throw it over to you. When you do these giveaways, sometimes you do a giveaway that's a small item, it's like maybe valued at $100, or, a big, shebang thing like an iPad, which is, $800, or that Disneyland thing was $500. Does it relate to you at all, the dollar amount, or is it the act of giving that, is it different?
It really is. I try to kind of keep them a little bit in the same ballpark. But in this case, like with military moms, I wanted to reach a lot of people rather than just one. And so it really is about giving someone something that they would completely unexpect with no strings attached. And so, for some people that, a $100 gift card is it, and to me it's the same as if it's an $1,800 weekend, because what they're really experiencing is something totally unexpected that's just given to them from somebody they don't even know. And I think it changes how you feel about life and the world, that, you know, there is still fairy godmothers out there, and miraculous things can happen and just occur, and that you don't always have to, you know, get it from A from B to Z, that it's there. I mean, yeah, you have to come, you have to sign up, or you have to answer the question, but all the questions are like the one this week, you know, what are 5 things you're grateful for? What was the best compliment you ever had? Or tell me about a random act of kindness that you either did or received. You know, so it's all about things that have you take a moment and think about, you know, something wonderful that happened in your life or is happening in your life. And so I just want to bring a little magic and joy, and you know, it's whichever ones work the best. I found a little bit about the weekends, which I was so excited about, is that because of location, not as many people can participate. And so it can, because if you're not close enough to be within driving distance, that you know, it's not always available to cover airfare and whatnot. So I'm trying to make sure that whatever I come up with is something that anybody could enjoy, and they have easy access to it.
You know, that's so important, because when you win something, like, you know, the things I've won in my lifetime have been pretty lame. Like one time I won carpeting. I won wall-to-wall carpeting for up to 2,000 square feet. Well, lived in an apartment. So that really, you know, didn't really help much. I did win a gift card one time at Babies R Us, and guess what? No baby. But you can buy, like, candy stuff there. And I think I bought candy in movies. I mean, I really blew it on junk, but I should have had a baby at the time to use it. And then I talked yesterday about this on the air. One time I won a $50 gift certificate at a spa. I think it was Ada Tibion, one of the spas in Beverly Hills. And there was nothing in there, like under, I think the massage was like $110. So I had to pay $60 to use my $50 gift certificate, which I don't think I ever used. But I think they're out of business. Oh, boo-hoo. But, you know, it's like it stinks when you win something and you can't use it.
Yeah, that would stink. I'm like trying to sit here and think, like, I haven't really won anything.
You know, you've got to come to Cinderella11pm.com and answer the questions, because it's really kind of fun, because, you know, it's so close, too. That was one of the other things. I just want to make sure that people, you know, a week later, and then we always, you know, post the winning blog or the winning answers, and so it's real. So you understand that it's actually really happening, and people win, and here's who won, and then, you know, a little bit of time, and another one comes up.
I like that, because usually you never know who the winner is when they have all these contests all over the place. You sign up and you never see, like, who wins, or if there really is a winner.
Yeah.
Well, on our show, Military Mom Talk Radio, in partnership with Cinderella 11 p.m., I can verify that we will announce the winners on the air, and then we're gonna, we're gonna post the names so we can actually see who the winners are.
Oh, that's good.
And then we'll just mug them for their gift cards.
Yeah. Well, you know what? People should let their friends know about it. So it's because we'll have one this month, and then next month, and then a bigger one in December. So
yeah, December the gift cards are $200. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are, I mean, you know, and that's the thing about, like, you know, Twittering and Facebook posts. Like, I just actually, you know, since we were on the air and I have to multitask because I have ADD, I just went and put up a post on Facebook on about the Military Moms giveaway on a couple of the military sites that I'm affiliated with, and the mom sites, because you're right, Christy. It's like it takes a tweet. You know, if you can Twitter about it, if you can post it on Facebook. You know, it's like you don't know who's struggling this holiday season.
And most of us are.
All of us are.
Well, I am.
All of us are. So if you have military friends and family, you know, shoot them over a quick email link to Cinderella 11 p.m. and have them write down the 5 things they're grateful for. Spelling doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter what you write down, because the drawing is random, right?
It is. The responses have been so amazing, and it's actually wonderful just to take a moment and read the responses, because you end up feeling great reading them, because it's just, they're so heartfelt. So other times we choose one, we choose the winners, but this time they're just so great, we're going to do it randomly. We're going to do a random selection.
Well, and some of them are funny. They're like, thank you for having a yummy pot roast in the crock pot. I mean, when it's a cold, dreary day, that's what it made me think of. And, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh.
That's the best thing on that day.
That is. And in fact, yesterday, I think for you it was meatloaf, wasn't it?
Well, I made that meatloaf and I wasn't supposed to eat it because I was on my very special diet that Sandra put me on. And I did have a couple bites, and it turned out it was the best meatloaf I ever made.
You guys are making me so hungry.
I know, it's awful. It's awful. Our show is so random sometimes. We have
so
guests
hungry.
on, and we're homeschooling guests, and we talk about pot pies. I mean, well, but it is. I mean, especially, I'm starving. I ate my muesli, and I'm starving. And, crock pot, meatloaf, pot pie, it's all good. Oh, good.
I know, but that's why I love to cover all these wonderful restaurants and things on Cinderella11pm.com because I love food, and the photography is mouth-watering, I think.
Well, and that was the thing that made me laugh. I actually laughed out loud the first day I went to your site because there was this, like, tower of treats, and it was like this gold photograph with just, or no, I think it was Joel Rubicon in Las Vegas. I mean, it was just, this just amazing spread of food, and then there's a picture of you letting your fat hang out, and I'm like, this is so the site for me, because we're going to work hard and keep our weight down, and then we're going to live life fully and richly, because, Christy, you and I know we can't stay on the stupid, restrictive diet for more than a week, but that means, another couple of weeks of eating your meatloaf. I'm going to burn in hell for some of the stuff I say.
I know.
Or you're going to kill me. I don't know which one's going to happen first. If you'll kill me and I'll go to hell.
You might take me with you.
But that's the fun thing about, like, when you get a gift card, like I think of the gift cards I've gotten in my life, usually my sister or my brothers will send them from back east for me and the kids, like, Toys R Us gift cards for the kids or, but I got to tell you, I love the restaurant gift cards because you go out to eat and you're truly treated because you don't have to cook, you don't have to pay for it, and you just enjoy. Yeah, as long as your kids aren't there.
And you don't have to feel like you should spend it on something else.
That's true.
It really is just a treat.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, sometimes I will get a gift card, and, I will buy birthday gifts for other kids with it. I will leverage it. But, it does make my day easier. So, as long as, we get the choice to use our gift, I think that's great. So we're here with Laura Garber, and she's the owner and operator of Cinderella11pm.com. Check it out. If you know anybody who's in the armed forces, tell them to go over and answer those 5 simple questions. There's no risk. There's no sign-up. The judging is random, so you don't have to fret about what you're writing.
You don't have to be brilliant or lie.
Or spell correctly. All those good things. But my name is Sandra Beck. I'm the host of Motherhood Talk Radio, along with Christy Holly. And I'm going to look up and see who our guest is next week because I didn't do that before the show. Oh, we have Dr. Kevin B. Hall, and he's going to talk to us about autism. And he happens to be my second cousin. So it's nepotism week next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you for being a part of Motherhood Talk Radio with Sandra Beck and Christy Holly on TogiNet.com. Join us every